Get everybody out there. I wanted to do a quick video taking you through the top 10 because there's actually stuff going on right now, and I think it's important to know. It's pretty good. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the daily for a start. Earlier today, I did a Facebook Live going through the top 10 as well, but this is more relevant now because it's some certain things have happened. What I said what I said last week was that to break above this candle was really what I was looking for, as we'd have a higher low and a higher high. Now we've seen that happen. What I was looking at here on this top 10 right now on Bitcoin was, at the time, we'd seen this big spike, just it went straight up, straight back down. There had been some nice buying coming into it, but that candle there actually occurred over a very short period of time. Then we pulled back into the cradle zone here on the 1 hour, on the 15, and we saw it pull back and it started to move again. So we've seen quite a bit of movement thus far today, and quite a bit of range. The pullback moved nearly $100. It's a decent little move. So that's really interesting. We're starting to see some continuation. Now on the 4 hour, it's got higher low, and now a higher high. But I'm just wanting to see this maybe just calm down a little bit. I want to see it pull back in over time, set a higher low, and then move. When we get that higher low and then higher high with a bit more cyclicity, that's when I'll be really, really pumped and looking for some really good long trades. If we look at Ethereum as well, we're seeing a decent move here once again. Ethereum, on the Sunday candle, so yesterday's candle, up 9%. Today up 3.4 so far. And what I talked about in the live scan that I did was, what we saw here on Ethereum, this spike up, was very much similar to what we saw on Bitcoin. But it happened a little bit, like this was a spike here on Bitcoin, and it pulled straight back, whereas the Ethereum one was already sort of moving, pushed up, pulled back, and then continued. And we are seeing it has broken yesterday's high, which is quite positive. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Really wanting to see a pullback on the 4 hour to give me an opportunity to trade it. EOS is now once again approaching that resistance level. It needs to break through this level, up around this $3.06 mark. We get above there, another higher low, higher high, and pullbacks into that area would be on the cards for me. That's sort of what I'll be looking for. Cardano also needing once again to push on above this level here to get this higher low. And a lot of these markets looking very, very similar like this, needing to push on to new highs. Still Lumen, not doing a great deal, to be honest with you. It's still probably one of the more lacking charts at the moment as far as getting close to trading. IOTA, look, it's pretty obvious. It needs to break this support and resistance level around about that 29-cent mark. We get up through there, higher low, higher high, opportunities once again. Ripple very sideways, needs to break above here, still a fair way off. Litecoin needs to break above here as well. There's an old support and resistance level to get that new higher low to higher high in. Bitcoin Cash is a little bit messy, needs to break above this point to get that uptrend continued. And Monero having a nice little move at the moment, but needs to break above here. So what does it actually mean? Well, it means that we are now, because we're lower. Then we saw this big spike. Now we've pulled back, and now we're looking for that continuation of that buying. That next wave, that continuation that we're starting to see on some of these now, that's really what I need to see for these trends to come into play and really to just reverse any of the mess that had been undone. We had a nice downtrend, then that one big spike candle kind of killed that. We've had to wait a week or so for it to pull back and now to continue on. It's the continue on part that I'm interested in. And it is just Monday. We've still got the whole week ahead of us. The rest of the market across this top 10, of course, Bitcoin has moved into that uptrend. Ethereum also now into that uptrend. Much of the market has resistance points. It has to break to higher highs to create that higher low and that trend. And we are seeing that across the board. Prices approaching those significant levels. So it's going to be a very interesting week, very interesting couple of days to see if we can get through there. I'm hoping we can do it in the next couple of days, and possibly give us some really good trading opportunities from Wednesday onwards. I'd be very welcoming to it happening tomorrow, but Wednesday onwards gives us a good couple of days to get into those trades and hopefully get something out of there to benefit. So guys, that's the top 10 wrap. Keep an eye on it. We are seeing markets move. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye for now.